assembly bracket, or the boom to mast bracket for the splitter or the power divider was the wrong one. And Justin very kindly, Golf Zero Kilo Sierra Charlie, Justin has very kindly agreed to make me up another bracket. So I should be able to stack the antennas as soon as the bracket arrives. But mind you, I say as soon as, it'll still take about a month, maybe 2 months to reach me. So it's no time soon, I don't think, But the antenna from the 4-element LFA from Justin is from Golf Zero Kilo Sierra Charlie, or Novo antennas. He's doing a fine job. Prior to all this, I was using my 412 Charlie 4 Echo. That's the big HF Yagi, 9 elements on an 18-foot boom. But it was never designed to operate 6 meters, and the SWR was up around 3 to 1. And the auto-tuner in the FT920 struggled. Of course, like I said, the antenna didn't resonate very well. But I did make it into Bahrain, Alpha 9 to Italy Oscar, and I did make it into Ukraine as well. But this antenna is far more superior. I'm hearing everybody so much better. So I'm so pleased I got the I got two 6-meter LFA, two 4-element LFA Yagis for 6 meters, and I'm so happy that I made that move. Well, it was thanks to Justin's prompting a bit as well, but I'm glad I made that move, Costas. So you're using 1 kilowatt. What type of amplifier are you using? And by the way, I often think, should I migrate over to a ACOM 1000? I have an ACOM 1010 here, but I have a problem with the relay on the back of my 920. It won't key the amplifier, so the relay is burnt out in the back of the 920. Even though, prior to this, I wasn't using an Ameritron relay buffer, but I am now. But I still have trouble keying the amplifier. Anyway, what are you using for an amplifier, Costas, over? Delta Hotel, ZD7 Victor Charlie returning. Okay, very good. Costas, noted your urgency on keeping the beacon running. Well, it's all thanks to Dave, November 3 Delta Bravo, and 2 other stateside hams that resurrected or gave me the beacon. They were looking to install a beacon on St. Helena, contacted me and said, well, where can we put it? But where would you get power from? That was the problem, accessing power. And, putting up a solar installation, well, it's possible, but it would be difficult, I suppose. So I said, well, I'll host it. I probably couldn't keep it running 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, but I can put it on when I know the propagation's going to be coming in. And usually that's in the afternoon. So I flip it on in the afternoons, and lo and behold, sometimes there's propagation, sometimes there isn't. There's the luck of the draw, and that's the whole idea of the beacon, isn't it? You're not always going to have propagation, or you're not going to always have it to Europe. It's going to be North America, it's probably going to be Pacific, probably, or Indian Ocean, or something like that, or Southern Ocean. But, so it's a loop antenna, like a halo loop antenna, at 20 feet, mounted on the side of the tower, up only 20 feet off the ground, and I think the exciter is putting out 25 watts. It's an old Motorola radio with a crystal in it, so it puts out 25 watts there, Costas. So nothing sort of complex, works. That's the thing, it works. And of course the antenna only at 25 feet on the side of the tower, not even at the top. The tower is, about 40 feet to the top. They've got a mast extension on there now. Unfortunately, the tower's had a twist in its side, so it's looking a bit way out of true actually. It's no longer straight. But so the 4-element 6-meter Yagi is up about 50 feet. It's quite surprising that you're using a kilowatt and I've got you at 5 and 8, and I'm using 100 watts and you've got me at a 5 and 9. It doesn't seem realistic, does it? In theory, I should be a penny whistle of a signal, 5 and 1. You should be 5 and 9 with a kilowatt, but it's weird how it's working, isn't it? Well, with a pre-up on, you're about 10 over 9. But without the pre-up, and I always run without the pre-up, pre-ups only amplify noise, and that's, of course, is, weak signal conditions, and you've got no other cores but to put on the pre-up. But, other than that, without the pre-up, you're 5 and 8. A lovely, lovely signal. And, it's such a pleasure to be able to work the gentleman that often spots the beacon. When nobody else is spotting it, Sugar Victor 1 Delta Hotel is spotted the beacon. Yeah, it's quite amazing, really. Anyway, Costas, I don't know if I gave you my grid locator. It's Italy Hotel 74 Delta Bravo. Item Henry 74 David Baker. I know that you would know it already, but it's nice to be able to say it and physically give it to you. Okay, Costas, coming back. Sugar Victor 1 Delta Hotel. This is Zulu Delta 7 Victor Charlie, a bit. Delta 7 Victor Charlie returning. Yeah, very good there. There's a bit of noise creeping, and I've got some sort of static crashes. But the line noise seems to be 5 and 5. 5 and 5 at times. I'm pausing, here it is. Sometimes it isn't. Sometimes in between words, Scott. But more often than not, it's 5-3-5-5. So I'm not able to hear the weaker signals. Fortunately, you're very strong, so you're coming over the noise floor. The weaker signals I won't be able to hear, unfortunately. And I don't know why the noise is there. It was there last night, and it was there the night before, I think, for some part of it. Last night was quite predominant. Tonight is quite predominant as well. So it's only the bigger signals that get over the noise floor. Anyway, thank you very much. I'll let you go back to see if you can work South America. You would have done probably, but I sabotaged that. But anyway, it's lovely having a chat with you here, Costas, and thank you so much for, being a very vigilant 6-meter operator, and I like to be as well. I like to try and engage in as much of 6 meters as I possibly can. The next project, Costas, is to try out 2-meter SSC. That's the next project. I've been interested for a number of years. I've never been in a position to do it. I'm still probably not in the position I'd like to be in, but definitely worth a try. And I think it'll be quite exciting. If only I could have a 2-meter beacon here, it would be great. I'm busy also migrating over to solar power. Hoping to get the QTH here solar powered. I don't know if I'll achieve that this year, but I'm 90% on the way towards going solar. I've only got to get the battery bank now and start setting up the equipment. I've been accumulating equipment over the last 2 years. Anyway, thank you very much, Costas. It's been a great pleasure. Have a nice evening. Good DX, and look forward to doing this again sometime. And in the meantime, keep up the good work, and of course, keep the beacon on as much as possible. 737, nice evening. Sugar Victor 1 Delta Hotel. This is Zulu Delta 7 Victor Charlie, a bit. Hotel ZD7 Victor Charlie. It looks like somewhere's still got propagation. I could, someone came in before the popping news, so someone's got a big signal there. So I'll QSY to 183 after this QSO, folks. I'll be on 183. Yeah, very good. Yeah, that's, I don't want to keep it too long because I know I'm taking up your valuable time. But I used to work for the coast station here, St. Helena Radio, Zulu Hotel Hotel. And I used to work, of course, we have VHF Channel 16 and Channel 26 and so on. But there'd be times that you get propagation coming in from Namibia. And you can pick them up very well on Channel 16. And of course, during the days of really strong, really good propagation, we could hear them on Channel 26. And, Channel 26 is duplex frequency. You're transmitting on one and receiving on the other. Much the same as working split on amateur radio. But on VHF, the signal doesn't carry nearly as far on Channel 26 as it does on the simplex Channel 16. But there'd be times when I could call Walvis Bay Radio, Victor 5 Whiskey, and they have some means of reversing. You see, the shore station transmits on 161.900, whereas the ship transmits on 157.300. But you need to be able to reverse the role, or reverse the VFOs. And some kind of way, Walvis Bay Radio had a means of reversing the VFOs. And because we didn't have that capability. So I chat to them, and of course during periods of really extreme propagation, I'd get work Victor 5 Yankee, which is Volvo State Ball Control, and it's really had to be good. And then of course you get the trawlers calling in. You know, the skippers were really excited to hear that this tiny little island out in the South Atlantic is working Volvo State Ball Control, and then start calling in and we start having a chat. Sort of not really legal as such, because shore stations aren't supposed to transmit to shore stations on VHF. On HF it's possible, but on VHF, you know, theoretically it's not possible. But you know, being an amateur radio operator, of course, I couldn't resist that. It was too much of a great opportunity. So yes, we were transmitting on about 28 watts to two commercial vertical antennas. Two 40-foot commercial vertical antennas, one for channel 16, one for channel 22. But yes, it just goes to prove that there is propagation between Namibia and Bengalina, and of course, again, during periods of extreme propagation, I'd also get the chat to Cape Town Radio, to the Sierra Charlie. Again, that's about 1,800 miles away, whereas Volvo Space is about 1,300, nearly 1,400 miles away. So you know, just sort of testing the possibility of actually having a two-way, 2-meter QSO. I mean, 156 is a little bit higher in frequency than 144 megs. But it's still very close together, and you know, I'd love to explore that sometime. And of course, like you said, there's propagation between Puerto Rico and Ascension Island, so it's just a case of knowing when there is propagation, and the only way to do that really is to have a beacon. So there was some radio communication I had with an amateur in St. Thomas last year, and he was you know, very enthusiastic about it, you know, exploring whether it's possible to have a beacon built for St. Helena Island. So, but of course communications dropped because it involved another person. So perhaps, you know, the host, no, not the host, I was with the host, but perhaps